Hope you have your hooks and yarn ready, and welcome back to another episode of Hooked on Crime Pod, the podcast where we talk about hooks and crooks. I'm your host, Henny, and today I have a short yet bizarre episode to bring you. When I heard about this case, I decided to dig a little more into it, and I was pretty much blown away by just all of it, really. Let me get to telling you guys about this so that y'all can be on the same page as me. So, May 28th, 2014, in Jiaoyuan, China. I hope I said that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. Wu Shuyan was a 37-year-old lady who had just gotten off of her shift as a salesperson in a local clothing store. And she went to go grab some food at the nearby McDonald's while she waited for her 7-year-old son and her husband to meet up with her. Like, pretty standard, you know. A lot of times you just go and you wait for somebody at the restaurant or whatnot, and then you guys eat dinner and go home. Well, that wouldn't be the case for Miss Wu Shuyan. While she waited, 6 people, including a 12-year-old boy, came into the restaurant, and they're proclaiming that they're missionaries, and they start presenting their religious spiel, and then they don't ask. They start demanding everyone there give them their phone numbers for future contact from their group. So since they're not asking politely, they're demanding. They're using intimidation tactics and not being very nice. They're being bullies to get phone numbers. These so-called missionaries, were harassing diners and workers into giving them their phone numbers. But Wu Shuyan refused twice. And we will be right back to let you know what happens right after this ad break. Hey, if you guys are looking for a cute Etsy store to order things from, I highly recommend Designs by SMC Studio. Go to etsy.com/shop/designs by SMC Studio. And yeah, I got the cutest earrings, and shipping was fast, fantastically made product, very affordable prices, and Stephanie, who runs the shop, is a wonderful gal. She is a friend, and honestly, I hope she does so well and just kicks butt with her side hustle of her Etsy shop. I am super proud of her for going out and doing this. Congrats, Steph. Keep going. And seriously, guys, check out her shop. It's great. Hey, y'all. For August and September, our crochet spotlight artist is the Left-Handed Crocheter, a fantastic pattern designer. And I can personally attest to the patterns being well written and well put together because I have over 20 of them. If you would like to check out her patterns, go to lefthandedcrocheter.com, Ravelry.com/stores/the-left-handed-crocheter-designs. Search for her on Instagram at Left-Handed Crocheter or Facebook.com/Left-Handed Crocheter. You don't have to be left-handed to make her patterns, but I highly recommend them because they're really, really good. I have over 20 of them myself, and I love all of them. So you guys go check her out. Okay, and we are back. So I have to say, before we finish getting into this, when she refused to give her phone number, that is the exact same thing I would have done, because I hate talking on the phone. I hate it. Text me. Don't video chat me ever. And just just basically just text me, because I don't use my phone for talking on it. I use it for holding my crochet patterns, for podcasting, watching YouTube, binging Netflix, audiobooks, music. I don't use it to talk on it because, ew, I hate talking on the phone. And I'm definitely not going to give my phone number out to a random group of these, quote, missionaries, when I barely want to give my phone number to people I'm friends with. But anyway, that's beside the point. So, after she refuses twice to give her phone number, this enraged two of the missionaries. And they used mops that they had brought with them to start viciously beating Wu Shuyan. And, she had a chair thrown at her, and the attackers stomped her face and head while screaming, "Die, evil spirit," while another person from the group shouted at the customers and workers that whoever interferes, you will die. So no one is helping this woman. And I will say, the attack was captured on tape and it was widely shared online. Do not, for just your own mental health, don't look it up. I saw it, and honestly, it made me sick. And I hate the fact that, first off, who carries mops with them with the purpose of hurting others? I doubt they were going around mopping anything. So they start beating this poor woman with mops. And if you think about it, that just goes to prove that anything can be a weapon if you don't have good intent. Also, why would someone tape this? I mean, yes, there are a bunch of people there, 6 people, that are beating this woman to death. But if you have a group of people rush at them, I don't know. Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe I, in this situation, would be scared of the mop. And the insanity of people screaming that they would die if they tried to help this woman. But I don't know. In my own personal sense, I don't think I could have stood there and watched her be viciously beaten. Sadly, Wu Shuyan passed away from her injuries that she received during this attack, because they beat the holy Moses out of her. And when police arrived to arrest the assailants, the 12-year-old kicked the victim in the face and yelled, "Evil goes to hell." This poor woman. I can't imagine what her husband, and obviously she, with how she passed away, what her husband and child thought when they're like, "Man, we're going to go meet mom for some McNuggies." And this happened. I mean, that's got to be something completely heart-shattering. And I doubt that they would ever hear this, but my heart goes out to them. And I hope that Wu Shuyan has found peace. So the attackers were arrested and later identified as Zhang Lidong, his lover Zhang Leon. I am struggling with that one. I'm sorry. But honestly, these guys are such asshats that I kind of don't care if I get their name correctly. I should, but I just really don't. 3 children from a previous marriage: Xiang Fan, Xiang Han, and Xiang Duo. Also a young woman that lived with them, Lui Yingchun. And so a few days later, on May 31st, Zhang Lingdong, he showed no remorse for Wu Xian's murder. And, his jail interview was broadcast. And, of course, I am a very uncultured gal sitting over here. I do not speak the language that he does. And I did watch what I could find of the broadcast of his prison interview, and he is very, just sits there like, okay, Okay, yeah, I did it. So what? Doesn't care. Does not show a bit of, like I said, remorse. Nothing. He's just like, okay, so I did it. Whatever. What are you going to do? He actually says in this, I beat her with all my might and stamped on her too. She was a demon. We had to destroy her. What the fuck? That so Jiang Liedong and his cohorts were reported to to belong to what has been described as China's most radical cult called the Church of the Almighty God. This group claims to have millions of followers. They aggressively, obviously, promote doomsday scenarios. They want God to destroy the Chinese Communist Party. Yet they also believe that God has returned as a Chinese woman. Okay, whatever. This is a banned religion in China. It's also called Eastern Lightning. And if you want to learn more about that religion, I suggest doing your own deep dive because I am not in a place mentally or physically to handle that kind of rabbit hole right now. Because it's honestly, it's a lot. I started to look into it and I was like, oh, no. This will turn into like a 12-hour freaking Reddit, Wikipedia, Google spiral, and I can't. So Zhang Yuo was the 12-year-old at the time of the attack, and he was too young to stand trial, but the other 5, they were committed to the trial and appeared on August 21st, 2014, before the Intermediate People's Court of Yantai in the Shandong province. Lu Yingcheng tried to explain why it was so important to kill Wu Shuyan, saying that she was a particularly dangerous evil spirit, and Lu Yingcheng, sorry, I know I'm butchering these names, became aware of the evil inside of Wu Shuyan when she refused to give Zhang Hong her phone number. And I don't know if that makes me an evil spirit because I don't give people my phone number, but if it does, I don't want to meet these people. And I don't want to anyway because they suck. But anyway, so the 2 of them identified her as an evil spirit. And Wu Shuyan was apparently full of a demon that attacked and, quote, sucked them and made them weak and helpless. So they cursed her with words, and when she didn't listen, the attack from the demon got stronger. So during this demon's attack, Zhang Fan and Lu Yingshan realized that Wu Shuyan must die or the demon inside of her would devour everybody. And that no one else could see this demon or understand the battle between these spirits. Okay. So no, they weren't just making things up to get out of a murder charge. No, totally. Y'all couldn't see it. Okay. You don't even know. So, after that roller coaster ride of a defense, 2 of the defendants, Yang Liedong and his daughter Zhang Fan, were sentenced to death and executed on February 2nd, 2015. Lu Yingcheng was sentenced to life in prison. Zhang Han was sentenced to 10 years in prison, and Zhang Qialan was, sentenced to 7 years. And obviously the child wasn't sentenced to anything because he's 12, but I really hope that he was able to be placed with somebody. I couldn't find anything else on what happened to the kid, but I hope he was able to be placed with somebody who is going to get this cult indoctrination out of him so that hopefully he doesn't grow up and beat the shit out of somebody else in a McDonald's, because that's not cool. We don't do that. And I know this is a short one, but I thought it was interesting and I wanted to share it with you guys. But yeah, be careful when you go to the McDonald's. Also, if you do fall down a rabbit hole and time suck with researching Eastern Lightning, I'm sorry, but also not sorry because I am not in a place where I could do that, y'all. So anyway, hope everyone is doing well. Hope you guys are safe and, have a great day. Y'all stay safe. Get to hooking. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.